Okay, we're going to take a second look at the Husqvarna lawn tractor. You can see, you got the hood off, got the air box open. I did make a couple discoveries that are questionable and making me question what could be going on. So you can see somebody has replaced the fuel line with a fuel line that I would definitely not use on something like this. It's already pretty hard, unlike this one back here is soft. This linkage right here, I noticed that was off whenever I first looked at the machine. Let's see if the choke, yeah, the choke is functioning, but I think it could have a governor issue. That's kind of what I'm thinking offhand. I did mention that in the previous video as well. So nothing appears to be off right here. The throttle body really feels loose. Like something's either not connected or something's not right in the throttle body. Also, I don't know if this is supposed to have something on it or not. I've only dealt with one other Courage engine in the past that did run, and one that was blown. So the blown one, I didn't really pay much attention to it. The one that ran, so I didn't really have to do anything to it. But this here feels very loose to me. I'm going to see if I kept the other throttle body. I'm wondering if someone got in there and potentially just messed something up. Check the governor, see if it's just flopping around, and we'll go from there. Possibly do some more research into these engines and known issues. I know the biggest issue with these, the top cover bolts that seals the crankcase, they come loose and they come up and hit the flywheel and breaks the engine, or you shear off the bolts. So that's one issue these have. That's the biggest problem with these engines, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see. Worst case scenario, engine. Best case scenario, fix this one and we'll be good and back up and running. I would prefer to do that because, like I said, I have an engine for it, but I have plans for that engine, so I don't really want to put it in here. So wait and see, and only time will tell. So, but like I said, as you can see, it's pretty floppy. That's the choke control. There's the throttle control. Like, throttle control actually feels stuck. So put this up. Trying to get you in there. That's the throttle right there. It's stuck. So I wonder if this was put back on incorrectly and it just has a sticky throttle. Let's take a peek. Okay, problem found. Throttle linkage is stuck. So either the carburetor is stuck or the linkage itself is stuck, but I may have found the issue with this engine. So I'm going to try and get this off, and we're in the process of trying to get this cover off at the moment. We'll dig in and we'll take a peek at that carburetor. Okay, got the air box off. It was getting hung up on this top bolt right here. There's a shoulder bolt that goes through it. Didn't want to come out. But made one interesting discovery. Really stupid spot for a fuel shut off. Definitely should be right here if you're putting one in. This should be better fuel line. That is pretty hard. I pointed that out earlier. But the bigger issue is the throttle is completely stuck. You see, that does not want to move at all. And that's all the way down on the throttle. Even if it was all the way up in the choke position, that should still move. So there's the problem. Get the backfire prevention solenoid disconnected. Out of my way. I'm going to be replacing this line. I should have enough line to go between here and here. I'll probably cut it here and add a cutoff right here. Possibly replace that filter and maybe drain the tank and put different fuel in the tank. But I believe that is factory. But this carburetor being stuck definitely isn't. Hopefully I can save the carburetor, because the carburetor was running the engine. It just was over revving, so you had to have a choke on to be able to idle it down. So I'm not sure what they necessarily did wrong, but there's your problem, lady. We're going to get this off and we'll see what's going on with it. Okay, the issue it had The throttle plate was stuck behind this metal heat shield right here, so it was holding it up and holding it into the wide open position. Either this arm is bent or it's the incorrect arm. I might have one from the engine I scrapped. I'm going to take a look for that and potentially just replace this arm with a new one that does not have the weird bends in it. Worst case scenario, I'll have to replace it. Or I'll look up and see what shape this is supposed to be in, and we will try and bend it back. But I'm pretty sure that's the issue right there. It won't even go back on. As you can see, it's that much more forward, so like 1.5 inches farther forward. So I'm going to get that taken care of, and we'll push this outside and try a startup. I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.